The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Arky for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Yes, and then that makes like a good segue into our third and final topic of tonight, which would be a great article that, LB himself wrote a couple days ago, The Death of the Super Fight. LB, of course, I will let you do the honors on this, because, obviously you can tell our listening audience about the article and the impetus of our, of why the article was written and your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. This thought been plaguing me for a while, so I had to just, speak on it, write my article, y'all check it out, ringgangradio.com, posted up today, and it's just how boxing, it's like, it feels like it's in a better place, but almost seems like it's an illusion sometimes, because we really don't have super fights anymore.
Right, I agree.
A super fight, like one where everything just checks off on the list. Okay, the fighters don't have to be undefeated. They just got to be the best or the biggest or whatnot. They got to be the top guys. Okay, you get the two top fighters. That's one. No. First of all, the buzz of the fight. It's building up. Both are fighting. They might even be on each other's card. They're talking shit. And all this is happening in maybe about a span of a year, 6 months to a year. That's how boxing used to kind of move. And then, okay, the fight gets made. It might be a little hiccup, but no one focuses on that, So the fight gets made. Both fighters have a great fight. They give it their all. One guy just does a little better. He just proved himself to be the better champion, the better fighter, and he wins. He wins clearly, or gets the KO, but it's a defiant win, a definite win. And the judges score it good. Everybody talks about, oh man, did you see that fight? It's a talkie. You in middle school, high school, college, whatever, work. You found out about the fight. You talk about it the next day. You just happy, and it's now you're like, okay, what's next for this nigga? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like you don't really have that vibe anymore where you could just enjoy, you really savor the whole super fight experience. Now, everything's so manufactured, and, these guys, they get paid more money now, and, they're not putting it all on the line, they half-assing it, they super fights be taking them 3, 4, 5, 6 years to make.
Of course, obviously, just the example, obviously, is Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I think that was the example that you used in your article. And I was just like, yeah, that was a fight that probably should have been made in as early as 2008.
Let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Is it 2000 or 2009?
2009, but I think the most realistic time was maybe 2010. But I feel like 2009, 2010 is when it started, where it should have happened.
Yeah, well, definitely before Manny Pacquiao fought Antonio Margarito. That's for sure.
Right. I'm trying to think. The closeout, I think, up till before that fight, like after Clottey, the fight should have happened.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And even then, after you had the Margarito fight, and by that time, Floyd, I believe, had the Mosley fight. If I'm trying to get the timeline right, and both guys had a little vulnerable moment, or sustained something. Like Floyd came close to getting knocked the fuck out. Pacquiao, he got. He put on a career performance. He beat the shit out of a bigger guy, but Margarito was tough. Mm-hmm. And, he landed some shots on Pacquiao, and, Pacquiao felt them shits.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and arguably never really fully recovered from that.
Pacquiao was like a 10 on that fight, but after that I felt like his ceiling became a 9. Like he definitely lost a notch.
Yeah, like
because
so
he put maximum effort against fighting a bigger nigga.
Right.
And that takes a toll on you. Especially when he got a fucking chin and he's tough as nail and he don't fucking stop. This is Margarito. So after that, the fight was like, okay. By then, that time, we're like, okay, like, all right, now I know y'all slipping. We ain't never seen Floyd get rocked like that in like quite some time. Pacquiao, he ain't gonna be the same after just letting them hands go against Margarito like that. Y'all niggas need to make this fight now. Shit don't happen. I ain't even gonna repeat all the other shit that happened because we know, Pacquiao got KO'd, he comes back, yada yada yada. These niggas finally fight. The whole promotion, the biggest super fight in the world. These niggas do it on some super elite shit where it's like if they have it in Vegas, only a handful of motherfucking people could come, because you're looking at maybe 12,000 people max, right?
Right.
As opposed to like a Dallas, Cowboy Arena where 100,000 people could have seen this shit.
Right.
But even then, if y'all said Vegas, y'all could have had the nationwide press tour. Y'all could have engaged the fans. Y'all could have really opened shit up to the public. Y'all could have really elevated boxing. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all had everything on some closed out, separate the fighters. I don't think we want the trainer talking to this guy. Y'all made this shit corporate as fuck, and y'all just sucked the life and the juice out the fight. And that wasn't enough, so you have all that shit happen. Okay, that's a lot. There's a whole bunch of L's that's going on right now for boxing and that fight itself. It's to the point when the fight finally happened, I didn't even care about the fight anymore because I knew we weren't going to get the pinnacle of the style matchup that we wanted. And so when they do fight, both these niggas fight scary as fuck. And Floyd dad even says this shit. And I know that shit hurt little Floyd feelings. Cause nobody wants their fucking dad to say they fighting scary. Nobody are running and backing up. Nigga, I had that happen to myself. Like I'm winning though. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so I know because you felt the vibe in the corner, so I know. So, Floyd wins, and then Pacquiao has, I think, the shoulder excuse, blah blah blah. And then we're finding out Mayweather, he did some shit where he didn't let Pacquiao get an injection or some shit. There's a whole bunch of bullshit. It was a worthless fight where I feel like if you take that fight out of boxing history, do we lose anything?
No, not at all. All it did was that fight just brought an end to a specific era in boxing, the whole Mayweather Pacquiao era of boxing, and it closes with a whimper, if even that.
Yeah, like it closed on some. It wasn't even worth it. Like that's like a TV series just jumping the shark just so outrageously, where you're like, wait a minute, like hold on, so she was fucking him the whole time? Nah. Oh, that nigga was his father? Nah. Oh, you mean that was his brother? Nah. Like nah, these niggas weren't even being creative. Like these niggas, they just said, fuck it, I don't care, we just gonna end the season. Shit felt like the end of the fucking Moesha, my nigga. Shit just all right, whatever. Get Ray J out of here, nigga. Let's go end this shit. Like, shit. I mean, come on. Like, what the fuck? Like, bruh. Like, and then now it's like you get these super fights. Now, okay, those two niggas, they ain't at the top no more. Floyd retired. Pacquiao ain't what he used to be, but he's still a top name. Still fighting the top guys. And you gotta give him that, and he's still performing. So credit to both fighters. I ain't trying to shit on them or nothing, but I'm just being real about the situation. Like from then on, it's like every super fight was a variation of that bullshit. Canelo Golovkin was the next one. These niggas finger fuck, pussy foot the whole fucking 3 years. and we don't get to see that fight. We done seen Golovkin get waited out for them 5 fucking years, ducked by fucking Felix Sturm, Sergio Martinez, Miguel Cotto, and Canelo. Canelo too. Canelo ducked this nigga for fucking 3 fucking fights.
Mm-hmm.
People always say Canelo has a good resume. But then, what elite fighter has ever fought the caliber of fucking Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and fucking Julio Cesar Chavez all in a row?
Right.
I'm trying to think what top elite fighter in the history of boxing in their prime who can make any fight they want fight those 3 type of opponents in a row. No, you see what I'm saying? So that's another year. So meanwhile, Golovkin, he fighting Brook, he got fight. He fighting Jacob, doing all this shit. These niggas finally fight. What happens? These niggas, Canelo run his ass off. He had a decent fight. Judges on some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't even enjoy the satisfaction of finally we got the fight we wanted, and the guy that we thought would win actually won. Nah, y'all say it's a fucking draw. You gotta repeat. So now we turned into it. Now this shit turned into a fucking Netflix series where we're like, okay, alright, so tune in next season, we gonna have this fight. Fucking the damn steroid shit, the performance enhancing.
Yeah.
The saga just continued. So now this shit stretched out. We back and forth. Niggas don't want to pay this nigga money. All that bullshit. Yada yada yada. It gets annoying. These niggas finally fight. Judges. Now we get a good fight. We had a great fight that time.
Exactly.
But still had the same bad taste in our mouth. And these niggas, you knew. And honestly, if Golovkin would have got the first win, the second fight being a draw wouldn't have looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
But since it was, we're looking at it like, god damn, some bullshit. So later on, we get Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, the next super fight. What happened with that shit? We see one guy win the fight, and then it's a draw.
Yeah.
So it's like everything. All the super fights are being on some to be continued shit, when they don't really need to be on some to be continued shit.
Like the super fight should be like the blow up, you know.
Yes.
To a build up. You know, and obviously now if it's good enough to where you can do it again, yeah, do it again. But it's just, but it's not. I think it's deviating from that pattern now.
Yes, because it's like niggas is having rematches because the first fight wasn't scored right. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be the reason we have a rematch. We should have a rematch because the first fucking fight was great. Right. Like her J-Rock is a perfect example of, yeah, I wouldn't mind a rematch for that. That was a great fight. You know, the champion is a good champion. Give him a chance to run it back. You know, and it gives a chance for J-Rock to put on another great performance. It just neither guy have that mainstream recognition to call it a super fight, but you could really make that's what a super fight is. Mm-hmm. Like that's the type of effort and just atmosphere and just admiration you get, that super fight feeling, and we not getting that from the top fighters. And all this time where niggas is bullshitting like, oh, so when Floyd gonna fight Pacquiao, or when Canelo gonna fight Golovkin, or when this nigga gonna fight dude and this, that, all that time, you got a whole bunch of casuals arguing with hardcore fans. And that's about a whole 20 to 30, 40% of boxing fans. I'm including casuals, advanced casuals, hardcores, all putting energy into a fight that might not even happen anytime soon, if at all. While we having good, solid, quality matchups going on that, you know, niggas ain't even caring about. You go to the mailbags for ring TV or boxing scene and shit. Mm-hmm. A great fighter be on that week and no one speak about it because they worried about, oh man, you think Canelo's gonna fight Golovkin? Right, exactly. Like, geez, like, see, that's the shit. And it's like, I'm just so tired of seeing that shit because it hurt the sport. Like, don't advertise shit as super fights, especially when y'all keep upping these fucking prices. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm good with that shit. Like, you know, like just kill off the super fight.
Right.
Like, we don't need it anymore because niggas ain't giving us super fights. Niggas is giving us damn network series.
I mean, like, let's put it. I mean, if you look at the fights of the year for at least this decade, you know, what fight? I mean, I don't think you see any of these fights where a super fight or something that's recognized as a super fight has actually made it. I mean, probably unless you want to count maybe Pacquiao Marquez 4 or Joshua versus Klitschko. You know, those are probably the closest
super fights where everything was just perfect. Like the build up, and even Marquez Pacquiao, it's the performance that saved it.
Yeah,
I didn't really want to see that fight. Like, that wasn't a fight. I was like, because number 3 was a dud to me.
Right. Yeah, and then four turned out to be the best fight out of the whole damn thing.
Exactly. So it's like you got a good closing to a chapter, and I honestly want to see them go at it again. But I felt like Marquez, and I'm gonna just put it out. I felt like he's a nigga who kind of he went to the basketball court with his ball, you know, played 10 games, lost every fucking game. He finally wins the last game. You know, it's still a good day out there. You know, everybody's balling, the energy good, and he just said, "Fuck it, I gotta leave with a win."
Right.
No, he just does, and he runs away, even though the people who kept fucking letting him play again and again had no problem letting him run that back and giving him that chance. And that's the one thing I disliked about that situation. Like, I was like, and seeing that he would have made way more money too. So that's why sometimes I don't even want to hear shit when niggas be talking about money, this, money, that in boxing. Because money ain't fucking everything.
Right.
In boxing, you know, you got the fight there too.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just, I mean, if you go on the list of 2010, it's just sad to see all these fights that were, you know, some of these fights here are actually great fights. Obviously, you know, Bradley Provodnikov obviously being one of those fights, but Bradley Provodnikov is not a super fight. It was not seen as a super fight, you know, it was as such. And unless you had some sort of incredible foresight, you know, to actually say, okay, this is a super fight, this is going to be like, you know, a barn burner, which no one thought it would be. You know, it's just like,
the most you got was, it should be a good fight. That's it.
Yeah.
No one, you know how we throw out this is gonna be a fight of the year candidate. No one said that, but that shit.
No, not one. If you did, you had incredible foresight. You should probably be playing the lottery more often than not. You know, when that fight came out, it was just like, oh yeah, fine. Yeah, when's Rios and Alvarado 2 gonna come on?
I mean, we'll watch Bradley. You know, Bradley be in some good fight. You know, Provodnikov, you know, he be on ESPN. You know, he do his thing. But man, the fight was excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how it be. Like, that's really what's been saving boxing. All the guys on the cusp of being, you know, on that mega star, superstar level, putting on great performances. Because you're right, these pay-per-view. These super fights, these pay-per-view fights, these main events, they just haven't really been living up. And I'm talking about the whole experience. Just
right.
There's no satisfaction, man. It's they drain you out, and then you finally get the fight, and then you're thinking like, okay, finally gonna get that moment, and then it's like they take that away from you. So it's like,
yeah, I mean. So yeah, and that's what kills super fights. Like, you know, obviously draws happen in boxing, but they shouldn't be happening as frequently as they do now.
Not at this rate. This ridiculous, man. A draw used to be like, let me see, back in the day, a draw in boxing was on some like, it was just random. It just ain't fucking happen like that. Like, you really had to just have a fucking draw. Like, you gotta draw in a major fight maybe twice a year,
right?
Or once a year. Now you're getting a draw in a major fight 4 and 5 times a year, sometimes in the same fucking month. Like, Nah, shit is getting too orchestrated. Like, nah, like y'all gotta stop trying to say these stars. Like, take the fucking L, man. Give other people a chance to fucking elevate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the thing. It's like that's why boxing ain't really getting the new stars like it should be, because it's like everybody, they get to a certain level and then it's like, okay, they try to milk the game, and then it's like the system allows them to milk the game.
Exactly.
And then the way fans are, you got niggas being fans of promoters and the fucking business moves that people are doing, and it's like why? Like,
yeah.
you ain't get into this for the love of the fight.
Yeah, it's weird, you know. It's just like, you know, a boxing fan that gets it that gets in because of the business is not a boxing fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just is fucking weird, and it's almost like I'm like it's got to the point like, and you hear a lot of podcasts, people talk about the business side so fucking much. I'm to the point like, man, like I ain't trying to hear niggas who ain't box talk about no fucking boxing and talk about no fucking business and shit, man. I'm just sick of it. It's like it just rubs me the wrong way.
Like the business, I mean, there's like I said, there's a balance between the business and the sport, and right now the balance is not really. It's not there. It's not there, and of course it's affected all the way up to now how super fights are actually seen right now. Like there's no a market.
Business is 70-30, and the boxing is 30%. The business is 70% now.
Right.
I feel like it used to be the other way around, and then 60-40 business, boxing wasn't bad, 50-50, but now it's like it's so business like they even box businessly.
Right. Exactly.
Niggas like, hold on. You know, I gotta have enough energy for happy hour. I gotta enjoy that too.
And that shit, and you know, it's wild too, because that's not businessly. It's not even a fucking word. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense in the context.
Yeah, I've never said that word in my life, but it's like it just sounded right. Like, yeah, man, these niggas all businessly. Like, come on, man, like fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't see what happened. See what they doing. They making me say some new shit. Like, now I'm gonna be somewhere in a serious conversation and be like, oh man, that nigga was real businessly, but he handled that real businessly. Nigga gonna be looking at me like, yo, what? I said, yeah, man, you see how you flipped that property and he sold that, this, that. He's like, yeah, that was real businessly type shit right there. Like, nah, nigga, what the fuck you on? Like, oh man, so it's like I'm just to the point like, nah, man, like kill all the super fights, just let boxing be boxing. Like, right. Don't even tell me about a super fight. Like, I don't even want to anticipate nothing. Just let everything just run its course, because it's ridiculous now.
Exactly, man.
Fights don't even have buzz because we ain't getting true endings and shit. It's just opening the door for another season.
That's real talk. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely go check out that article on the website. You know, I mean, I believe we shared it on Twitter and everything like that. You know, and check out that article and then other articles, man. You know, leave a comment about them or whatever. You know, it's like, those are, it's good quality articles that we write. And so hey, you might, pick up some jewels here and there.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't, all the slang and cursing and shit ain't there. We get proper in the articles.
Right.
we be all businessly on the articles. We be on our rah-rah, we be on our little hood shit. Yeah, I mean, we chilling, we vibing, we talking about the sport we love. But, we bring it to you right on them articles, though. So y'all check them out.
Yeah, so that brings into our show for tonight. LB, do you have any final words or thoughts?
I'm good. I feel like I just let out some real shit, like,
yeah, he purged.
2 albums worth.
Yeah, he purged. Woo-sa type of deal.
Oh man, yeah. Y'all just check out ringgangradio.com and more bars and boxing videos on the way. We ain't stopped. That's still out there, y'all check all that out.
and I was there for myself. The only final thoughts that I have, obviously, I know we have about 3 cards this coming weekend or whatever. I'm just mentioning them very briefly. I know for the Zone, we have Devin Haney versus Antonio Moran. Haney's first debut on the Zone, and then ESPN, we have Ito versus Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring is a friend of Ring Gang Radio, so we do wish him luck on his title challenge. There. Salute indeed. And then also we have on the PBC front, we have Austin Trout versus Terrell Gashaw. It's figured I might as well bring this up because obviously we'll probably talk about the more like after this coming weekend, which is a long weekend too. I think it's a Memorial Day weekend. So
Wow. I mean, cause we've been having some. Boxing's been having some decent fights like weekends, so to have a little low-key weekend, that's not a bad thing, We can't have fire every time.
Right.
But from Estrada to this is the Wilder weekend and Monster and WBS and all of that, that's a good little run. Like no cap, real shit.
It really was. So yeah, that's pretty much my only my final thoughts and comments on that. So for myself, Patscorpio, the New England representative, for LB, Shutterworth da Gawd, Lauderdale Boss, GOAT artist, all that stuff, man. It's been another great episode of Real Talk, where it's just real. We talk about it, and we will see y'all sometime next week. Peace.